Hello, everybody. Harvey Talks Prison here. Um, Today I'm going to be responding on here. I already responded to it on Quora, but I'm going to be responding on here. But I haven't been on Quora in a while, and so I was going through there, and somebody had watched one of my videos where I was talking about Farmington Correctional Center and how one side was all those with messed up cases, charges, and how I hated even seeing those people on the yard. And he he was against all inmates, but he said, they have the right to be on the yard as much as you do. No, they don't. Not in my opinion. And so let me address that here. I don't think they need to be on the yard. I don't think they deserve to be on the yard. I think they deserve to be in the hole. They don't even deserve to be in PC. They need to be in the hole. They need to have less, just the bare minimum. And there was some people will say, well, they, the human rights and all this, and they need to be treated as humans. No, they don't. Should have thought about that before they messed with a child. But this guy, he seems to be against all people in prison. He don't understand the whole thing. He don't understand that some people only messed up, made a mistake, because he said in there, he goes, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Well, I have my doubts on that. I'm sure that he's broke the law sometime or another. And it doesn't matter how minor it is. If you break the law, you break the law. But these people who get on there and act like they haven't done anything, I ain't going for it. But so he really wasn't sticking up for him. He was, but he wasn't. He was just saying, basically saying, how can I, as somebody who's in prison too, be mad at somebody else in prison because of their charges? It's simple. You mess with a child, and I have zero regard for your life. I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't think they need to be on the yard for several reasons. Because one, they just shouldn't be on the yard. After all they put these people through, and it's not just those with against children, it's those against women and the elderly and all this too. And another thing is, it enrages people, other convicts, and gets them sometimes to do things and get more charges. They're extorted, and sometimes they're beaten. Sometimes other things happen to them, but that's neither here or there. I don't care about that. I care about the ones getting more time over it. A couple of times it could have happened to me. But as far as him talking about we're prisoners and we deserve to be in prison and this and that, true, there's some of us that deserve to be in prison. There's some that only made a mistake, and they need somebody when they get out to give them a chance. Give them a second chance. There's some, and here's another thing what a lot of people don't realize. Each one of these people, most of these people, I wouldn't say each one of them, but most of them have families and loved ones out there. You could be in a line and be standing next to one. You could have a cop in front of you, be in a store line, have a cop in front of you, and have an ex-con behind you, and not even know it. Not even know what this person is going through. Each and every day, they're thinking about their loved one in prison, worrying about them. And I don't want to hear this crap about oh, they should have raised them better or something like that. A lot of times it has nothing to do with that, you know. And there's until you've walked in that person's shoe, you don't know what they went through, you know. I've heard people talk bad about drug addicts that are in prison. Oh, they're exactly where they need to be. You know, who are you to judge? You know, not everybody. When these people that are addicted to drugs, they did not grow up as children saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a drug addict when I grow up." You know, you don't know what this person's been through. You know, and most of them shouldn't be put in prison. If there's no other crime involved, they shouldn't be put in prison. They should be tried to. Society should be trying to help them, and really, there's no help out there. Not, I mean, there might be a few places, but I don't think there's very many. From what I've heard and what people have told me, that they're not very good at helping them with their addiction. And it is a fact that most people who commit murder and go to prison, if they get out, if they have a chance of getting out, will not do it again. There's others that, you know, do petty crime and stuff, and they just keep going back. I mean, over and over. I just don't understand it with them. But a lot of times they go back to their same neighborhood and get back in with the same people. For those getting out that's doing things like that, I would suggest you don't go back to your, if all possible, I know sometimes it's unavoidable, if all possible, don't go back to your hometown. But most people don't realize that there's people every day worrying about these people in prison, and I would like to think that there's none worrying about the people with messed up cases, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure they got people coming to see them and worrying about them too, but which is a shame. You know, you do that to a woman or a child or whatever, you should have no support. You know, and most of them don't, from my understanding, but I'm sure there's a few that do. You know, for one reason or another. In fact, when I first started my channel, I guess I was about 6 months into it, and somebody came on and was telling me that I shouldn't be talking about these people, that they're humans too, and that they have a disease, you know, and this and that. But I'm not wanting to hear that, you know. And some of my subscribers got to arguing with her, and I eventually blocked her because she got talking bad to them too, you know. Pretty much saying that we're all POSs, and you know that you know, she's proclaimed to be a Christian, and she never really did cuss us, but yet she called us every name but a person, you know. So I just wanted to make this video, and I answered this comment. I don't know if he has seen it or not, because I hadn't been on there in a while, and so this comment was like a few months old, like 3 months, and I've been on there before 3 months ago, but it was the first time seeing this comment. But I wanted to make this comment because I want, once again, to let people know where I stand on this. I want to let people know that people don't think about those who have loved ones in prison, you know, and what they're going through. And I want to say one more thing about exicons getting out. Don't give up. Keep trying. And for those who don't want to hire somebody that's an ex-con, here's something you may or may not know, that you can get a tax break from hiring ex-cons if you own a business. You know, if you have a company, like my boss, he hired me, but he didn't hire me for that. You know, he needed a worker to do construction work, and he was having trouble finding people. You know, so he hired me. I let him know right off the bat what that I'd been in prison and everything, and he didn't have no problem with that. You know, especially when he found out why I was in prison. But he's got his TV up loud. But it was sometime later, but like a year later, he says, "Hey, do you know any more ex-cons that would like a job?" And I said, "Not right offhand." I said, "Why?" He goes, "I get a tax break." He started laughing. I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "By hiring ex-con, every ex-con I hire, I get a tax break." And he goes, "That's in the thing." I said, "Well, wow." And so you guys might want to keep that in mind too, you know, and look into that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.